Let's talk about the real truth about paraffin wax. Listen up, because there are so many misconceptions and lies that get regurgitated when it comes to paraffin wax. But what are the lies about paraffin wax? What do successful paraffin candle makers know that you don't? Paraffin wax might not be as bad as you think, or maybe it is. And this video will break it down. Let's go. Hi, my name is Jay Catalano. Paraffin candle wax gets a bad rap, but scientific research from the National Library of Medicine indicates that under normal conditions of use, scented candles, including those made from paraffin, do not pose known health risks to consumers. And whether you know it or not, or like it or not, paraffin is almost completely unavoidable. But what is paraffin? My wife, who works for a major crude oil refinery, helped me understand all about paraffin wax and the refining process. Now, I'm going to warn you, it's pretty dense, but I dumbed it down for you. Actually, I dumbed it down for me, because I'm blonde. Refining paraffin candle wax from petroleum involves several steps. First, crude oil, which is a thick black liquid full of different substances, is pumped out from underground reservoirs and sent to a refinery. At the refinery, the crude oil is heated in a big tower called the distillation column. This heating process, known as fractional distillation, separates the crude oil into different parts based on their boiling points. Paraffin wax is found in the middle part, called the middle distillate fraction. Next, this middle fraction goes through a process called solvent dewaxing. Here, a solvent, a liquid that can dissolve other substances, is mixed with the oil fraction and cooled. Cooling causes the wax to solidify and separate from the liquid. The solid wax is then filtered out using vacuum filters, which works like a powerful vacuum cleaner, and the solvent is recovered and reused through distillation. Even after filtering, the wax still has impurities, so it undergoes hydrotreating. In this step, the wax is treated with hydrogen gas at high temperatures with a catalyst to remove types of chemicals such as sulfur, nitrogen, and unsaturated hydrocarbons. To make the wax white and clear, it is decolorized using absorbents like activated charcoal or clay, which absorb the color and impurities. The purified wax is then polished and mixed with other waxes or additives to achieve the right hardness, melting point, and compatibility with fragrances. Whew. Man, did you get all that? Now that we understand what paraffin wax is and where it comes from, let's debunk the myths and uncover the various truths about paraffin. Many candle makers prefer alternatives to paraffin wax. While more eco-friendly candle waxes like soy, coconut, and beeswax are becoming more and more popular, paraffin candle wax is still king. In fact, beyond everyday candle makers like you and me, many well-known brands use paraffin wax as their primary wax choice. Yankee Candle, Bath & Body Works, and Glade are just a few examples. But why is it still so popular? Well-known candle companies often choose paraffin wax for several reasons. First, it can be more affordable than other waxes like soy or beeswax, depending on certain circumstances. This makes it a good choice for producing candles in large quantities. Second, paraffin wax holds fragrances really well, again, depending on the circumstances, so candles made with it can sometimes have a better hot and cold throw. Third, as much as other waxes are gaining popularity, paraffin wax is well known and much more accessible in different parts of the world. And lastly, its versatility enables it to be molded into various candle designs, catering to a wide range of styles and sizes. Paraffin wax is cheaper than other waxes. While it's true that paraffin wax is generally cheaper than other waxes, the higher quality paraffin isn't much cheaper than their soy, coconut, or beeswax counterparts. For example, as of the filming of this video, paraffin container wax MP117 is $106.78 for a 44-pound case, whereas Golden Brand's 464 soy is $103.30 for a 45-pound case. I mean, $3.48 and 1 pound is infinitesimal and nothing to brag about. Now, if you are dealing with a less quality paraffin wax, you will most likely be able to notice a huge financial difference. For example, I would assume that the cheap paraffin waxes, because there are different grades of paraffin, that the dollar store sells is pretty inexpensive. But we don't care about bad quality paraffin. We're only concerned with the good stuff. Furthermore, if you add in blended waxes like a Parasoy wax, the price point is even less impressive if you are trying to save money. So despite paraffin's traditional cost advantage, factors like the complexity of its refining process, the increased demand for alternative waxes, and the scale of production have narrowed the price gap. Paraffin is unsafe. This is both true and untrue, and let me explain. As I said earlier, paraffin wax is a petroleum-based product, but it is refined to the point so that it is safe to use and burn as a candle. In fact, according to the National Candle Association, they state there has been a lot of speculation on social media about candle waxes, with many promoting soy as a better wax. The good news is that all types of quality candle waxes have been shown to burn cleanly, safely, and in the same manner. Paraffin, soy, coconut, palm, and beeswax, along with gels or synthetic waxes, are all equal in how they burn and perform. Distinct types of waxes are chosen not due to their cleanliness or naturalness, but due to their suitability for formulation. All right, let's dissect a portion of their statement. They wrote, and I quote, "The good news is that all types of quality candle waxes have been shown to burn cleanly, safely, and in the same manner." The operative word is quality. So, is there a less quality paraffin wax? The answer is naturally yes. Differences in paraffin wax quality come from how it's made and what it's made of. Better quality wax is cleaner because it goes through a detailed cleaning process to remove any dirt or extra stuff. In addition, the type of crude oil used to make the wax also affects how good it is. High quality crude oil makes better wax. Now, it might seem that I'm saying that paraffin is safe to use. However, one could argue that the published articles that I quoted are influenced by sponsors, corporations, or even the government. Being that the candle business is a multi-billion-dollar industry, it isn't unheard of for people to spin their stories to fit their narrative. But let's assume that those articles are 100% accurate and there hasn't been any influential writing or skewing of the numbers. Paraffin found in candles can cause various side effects for people. Breathing in the smoke and VOCs released when these candles burn can lead to respiratory problems, especially for those with conditions like asthma or allergies. Touching molten paraffin wax can result in skin irritation or burns. Moreover, the scents and chemicals released by burning paraffin candles may trigger headaches or migraines in those who are sensitive. The smoke and fumes from these candles can also irritate the eyes, causing discomfort and redness. Furthermore, some individuals might have allergic reactions to the extra ingredients in paraffin candles, such as fragrances, dyes, or preservatives, leading to symptoms like sneezing, itching, and skin rashes. So the question becomes, are these negative reactions due to the paraffin or due to the ingredients such as dyes or fragrances? Interestingly, all candles have a level of being unsafe, but usually that danger lies in the fragrance oil and not so much in the wax. So is paraffin safe? In my opinion, yes, in moderation if it's a quality paraffin wax, but there are more eco-friendly alternatives that might prove to be a little bit safer. Paraffin is the oldest candle wax used to make candles. Paraffin wax, the candle wax most candles are made of today, didn't come into the picture until around the 1800s. People were drawn to it because it was cheap, easy to find, and burned pretty consistently. So candles made from paraffin became really popular in homes everywhere. However, the history of candles stretches back thousands of years before the beginning of paraffin wax. One of the earliest waxes used was tallow or animal fat, as well as beeswax, which ancient Egyptians, Greeks, and Romans used for candles. Interestingly, tallow candles were more basic and cheaper to make, so regular people used them for everyday lighting. They weren't as fancy as beeswax candles, which smelled nicer and burned cleaner, so they were mainly reserved for special occasions or religious ceremonies. Despite their simplicity, tallow candles did their job well, lighting up homes for centuries before paraffin came on the scene. Paraffin causes sooting. There's a common misconception that paraffin wax candles produce more soot than other types of wax. However, the truth is a little bit more complex. Let's keep in mind we are only talking about quality candle waxes and not cheap paraffin. The amount of soot a candle produces isn't solely determined by the type of wax used, but rather by a combination of factors. Quality, like I just stated, plays a significant role when paraffin wax is refined properly. It contains fewer impurities, which can contribute to cleaner burning. Additionally, using the right wicks to ensure they're appropriately sized for the candle can promote complete combustion, minimizing soot. I have a dedicated video all about wicks. If you want to learn how to wick any candle properly, I have a link. It'll be in the description. Anyway, the proper amount of fragrance oil is crucial. Excessive oil can lead to incomplete combustion and increased sooting. Furthermore, regular trimming of the wick to the appropriate size is essential. If the wick isn't trimmed correctly, all candles, regardless of wax type, can produce soot. Ultimately, regardless of the wax type, a well-made candle crafted with attention to detail and using high-quality materials can burn cleanly with minimal soot residue. So while paraffin wax may have unfairly earned a reputation for sooting, it's not the type of wax alone that determines a candle's cleanliness when burned. It's the combination of factors in the candle making process. Paraffin has the best scent throw. Determining which candle wax produces the strongest scent throw is akin to trying to decide which city in the United States has the best pizza. Obviously, New York City has the best pizza, and if you don't agree with me, do this right now. Take your hand, put your thumb in your mouth, blow several times, remove your hand from your mouth, and then slap yourself. Of course New York City has the best pizza, but why do I say that? Because it's true. I say that because I was born and raised in New York City, and it's true. Which is pretty much the capital of pizza making, and it's true. In addition, that is a sentiment that is felt all around the world, because it's true. But, and this is a big but, Chicagoans, people from Chicago, would argue differently. They'd be wrong. What about people in Philly, Miami, or LA? They'd be wrong too. I would bet multiple cities across the United States would try to stake claim to the best pizza title. I mean, let's be real. Who am I to say what someone else from Chicago would say to be the best pizza? So, in regards to scent throw, determining the candle wax with the absolute strongest scent throw can be subjective and depend on various factors such as the quality of ingredients, fragrance concentration, and burning conditions. However, generally speaking, paraffin wax is considered to have the strongest scent throw among the waxes. Why? Paraffin wax has a reputation for holding a high concentration of fragrance oils and releasing them effectively when the candle is burning. That said, soy wax, beeswax, and coconut wax can also prove great scent throw, especially when they are of high quality and used in combination with quality fragrance oils. So, is paraffin the best wax for the strongest scent throw? Like my New York City has the best pizza analogy, it does. That all depends on you. And take a look at these videos that are popping up now. They're gonna help you on your concrete, hydrostone, and candle making journey. Until next time, thanks for watching. Ciao.